Welcome to another episode of Engineered for Everywhere Audio, presented by Memphis Audio. I'm your host, Mark Sarge Schleipfer. I'm the powersports sales manager for Memphis Audio. Today, we're going to do an unboxing of a really cool product that we have. First off, though, I want to let you know that Memphis is a privately held, family-owned company, family-run company. Actually, been in business since 1965. Providing value, performance for our customers, backed by great service for many years. This kit, which is going to be for a CanAm X3 2017 and up, the part number on this is an X30PRO4P. It's a really cool kit. It's designed and engineered here in the United States. It's IPX6 rated, designed for the outdoors, designed for the elements, snow, ice, water, rain, whatever you want to throw at it. RGB lights, everybody loves RGBs anymore. It seems to be the new craze, the new kind of direction that a lot of people are going. They want to light up, have accent lights, things of that nature. And we've got some really cool things that we'll get into on that. Sealed connectors, again, as we talk about IPX6 rated, the ends on these products are sealed. So when you're out doing your thing in your UTV, of course, it's going to be able to handle, that type of riding condition that you might be in. And this is a plug and play system. We're really tickled to death with what we have. This product is backed by a 2-year warranty, one of the best warranties in the industry. If you do have it installed by a Memphis authorized dealer, we actually give you an extra year on that warranty as well. Let's dive right into this and let's unbox some stuff. So let's get your handy tool out to unbox it. Okay, this is a little bit of overkill. Probably shouldn't use this. We go big or go home here at Memphis Audio. So we'll just leave that one alone. So let's go to this. What we're actually going to unbox first, we're going to unbox our SMC2A. This is actually a hideaway unit, and it is designed to be mounted up out of the way. As you can see here on the box, it's going to have the black box here, and it actually has an app, so it's controlled by your phone. All your wiring connections, all the things that you're going to need. That black box that we talked about that's going to hide, you're going to mount this up underneath the dash. You will have a controller. There's going to be a controller that's going to go into one of the knockout switches on your dash or wherever you choose to put it. This way you can go ahead and utilize this to run some of the features on the SMC2A. This will control everything from your volume, your fader, your balance, your EQ, bass and treble, your RGBs, AM, FM, weather band, auxiliary inputs, all the different features that you want to be able to utilize on your machine. And it's going to be through this little app right here. It's a cool app that's going to be on your phone that will give you the ability to control all those features. And let's face it, every time you go out riding, you take your phone with you. Everything will go through your phone. It's linked to this black box here in the SMC2A. This is actually 50 watts times 4, so if you did want to run speakers off this, you could. All your RGB controls, everything that you're going to be able to want to do will go through this unit, especially for you guys that are running two-way radios. This unit is very cool for that, and the reason I say that is everybody's looking for real estate. Everybody is looking for a place to mount different things in your machine. And when you've got a source unit in the dash, in a lower cubby, wherever it may be, and then all of a sudden you decide you want to add a two-way radio, well, 9 out of 10 times it's going to go exactly where that source unit is. The SMC2A is really cool for that, because with the hideaway box, you do not have to worry about that. It goes through your phone. Like I said, the controller and the knockout plate, which goes on your dash, makes it really seamless. Next, let's talk about the wiring harness that we have that goes with that. This is going to be a complete plug and play wiring harness in this kit that will plug into that. It will have everything in it that you need. Going into the radio itself, long enough lead to go all the way to the battery. On UTVs, you definitely want to go all the way to the battery to eliminate any ground loop issues whatsoever. So definitely when you're wiring things up, you want to make sure you put the positive and the ground all the way to the battery. That's going to be this little guy right here. This is going to be your wiring harness plug and play that's going to go to the SMC2A. This is also going to come with your RGB harness that will plug into there as well. and then go out to all your RGB speakers, all the screws that you need for mounting, your zip ties for tying everything up. Makes a nice, neat little package here. Another thing that I would like to go into next is going to be the front pods. You'll see a lot of things out there, a lot of other companies that use dash panels to mount the front speakers. And one of the reasons, actually a couple reasons, we decided to kind of stay away from that direction is, number one, a lot of you guys like to mount intrusion bars. And when you're putting intrusion bars on your car and things of that nature, they come down very, very low. And with that being said, there's a lot of times you're not going to be able to mount those panels because there's a clearance issue. So that is one challenge that you deal with when you're doing that. When you have those speakers up there on the driver's side specifically, there has been issues where it affects the steering on the X3s. So we've stayed away from that. We kind of decided to go with the pods that are down low. They're up out of your way. They're actually up underneath the dash. Needless to say, I opened up the rear cans first and not the pods. So
strike that, reverse it.
We got the pods now. We're going to dive into these guys right here, and I'll show you some really, really cool things on these pods that I really, really like. Number one, you're going to have enough wire or cable on this piece. This is a completely sealed pod. You're going to have enough cable that it's going to go all the way where it needs to go underneath the dash to connect to where it needs to go. 6.5 two-way speaker. The Memphis audio logo lights up. The speakers light up. And then another cool feature for us is underneath the speaker, we have another area here where the RGBs light up as well to light up the floorboard in your car. We wanted to make sure that we provided a product that is going to give you the ability to do that. Plug and play ends, everything, weather tight seals, your RGB connectors, everything sealed going into the speaker. IPX6 rated speaker, definitely designed for the elements. This is going to handle 75 watts RMS, 150 watts peak. So this is definitely going to give you some really, really good sound. Over here, we've got the rear speakers themselves. Same style of connectors. You will be able to mount these onto your roll cage in whatever configuration that you want to do. 6.5, two-way, 75 watts RMS, 150 peak. On the back end, we give you the ability to put the logos on so they're going in the right direction. You put them on after you mount your cans so you can make sure you've got the right orientation of the logo once you get your cans installed. These clamps will fit from 1.5 inches all the way up to 2.5 inch roll cages. So definitely a good clamp here that will give you the ability to mount this pretty much anywhere you need to go. And these little speakers really pack a good amount of volume coming out of them. Definitely a very, very good sounding speaker. Rear harness for that. Nice loom on this harness. Definitely a very, very nice harness in regards to the Tech Flex style loom that we have on here, the weather tight connectors that are on here. This will work for your 2-seaters or your 4-seaters. There's enough length in here to work for the 4-seated cars, and this will give you everything that you need to plug into your system and go back to the speakers to get those mounted properly. What I like in these kits is our subwoofer solutions that we have. The subwoofer solutions that we have are actually an amplified powered subwoofer that has the amplifier built into it. Very, very cool concept for several reasons. Number one, when you're doing that, you're actually controlling all the environment of the speaker. The speaker is going into an enclosure that you know what the airspace is. You design the speaker to work within that enclosure, and then you put an amplifier on it and you adjust it to where it needs to be so that speaker works at its peak performance in that enclosure. It makes it basically very, very foolproof on the installation and the reliability. It adds to the reliability of the product. This is going to be our 10-inch amplified speaker subwoofer enclosure for the X3. This is actually going to be the the CanAm X3 10SE. Now, of course, in this kit that we're talking about, you get one, but you can buy these separately and add a second one, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that really like to do that. This will come with all the mounting hardware needed to do the installation on this product. As we talked about, here's your amplifier that's built in. No controls on it or anything because it is already set for this woofer in this enclosure. This is going to be a down-firing subwoofer, so it's really going to give you good performance. You do have the ability to adjust the gain through this knob right here. So that will give you the ability for some adjustment on the gain, while it'll give you full adjustment on the gain, as well as you will have a bass knob as well that you can mount in the dash, your RCAs, your power wire, and your remote turn-on. Definitely a great part, great sounding product. It's a rotational molded enclosure. Our front pods are the same thing. It's a rotational molded process that we utilize. Gives you a very, very solid sealed product that will handle the elements of the outdoors. So definitely a great enclosure. Really excited about this piece in this kit. You also get all the mounting bracketry, everything you need. There's that bass knob that we talked about that comes with it as well. So it gives you a little bit more control, mounting brackets, all the stuff that you need there for that enclosure, for this enclosure, which really makes this a really, really solid part. And then last but not least, our amplification. What we're using in this kit is a 400 watt amplifier. This is going to be the MX 400.4 amplifier. Definitely a very, very solid amplifier. Going to give you plenty of power to run your front speakers, your back speakers as well. As you can see on this amplifier, all the covered ends that go to the amplifier seals everything up. All your controls on the ends here, all sealed up as well. Really, really a nice part in this kit that really gives you the power that you need for your front speakers and your rear speakers. Now, of course, with that, to make it plug and play, you got to have that installation kit for that amplifier. This is going to be the MXA SS Kit Pro Power Kit. This is going to give you everything you need for the installation of that amplifier to go, again, straight to the battery. You definitely want to go straight to the battery when you do this. You have plenty of wire to do it. Everything is fused. All the terminal ends are on. Everything you need there. Coming out of the amplifier, going into the different harnesses and things of that nature that you need right here. Going into the amplifier from the SMC2A right here. All the harness, everything that you need right there to make that a 100% plug and play kit. Great sounding kit. Looks, performance, value. Definitely where, as far as I'm concerned, in a kit, this is definitely one of the best kits on the market today compared to other kits of the same type of product versus what other companies are charging for these kits. So if there's any issues whatsoever when you're doing your installation, we do have a tech number. It's going to be 1-800-903-6979. Give us a shout. We are more than welcome to help you through the installation on these things. And then also keep an eye out for our installation videos, which we are putting together to get them out to you to make your life a little bit easier with doing the installations of these things. They're pretty simple to install. Get one of these, get them in your car. Everybody loves music. Try it out. I'm Mark Schleifer, better known as Sarge with Memphis Audio, and this is the X3 kit. Have yourself a great day, and we will see you out on the trail. Ride safe.